Hi, my name is Camila and I went to the Pululagua Botanical Reserve. This reserve is located about 40 minutes of Quito. Pululagua is one of the few habitat botanic craters in the world. I chose this site because it has a lot of biological features such as adaptation, diversity in ecosystems, and community structure. The main objectives were to observe different types of plants, analyze the change of weather, and identify some types of animals. We started this visit by taking a trail of about 90 minutes. As we were walking, we noticed that the ground was very dry. Also, we noticed that the weather started to change as soon as we walked down. First, in the start of the trail, we noticed that the weather was very cold and it had a lot of mist. We came in the afternoon, so we were not able to see a lot of birds. There were only a few in the top that we can observe. Then, as we were walking down, we noticed that the weather started to change. Now, there was a lot of sun and it was very hot. I started taking pictures of the species of plants that I found. The large amount of moss in Pululagua is due because of the climate, because of the high humidity and the cold weather. The moss tends to adapt in the surface such as rocks and tree trunks. The first species of plant that I found is Cardamom peludo de Cuba. It's a fast-growing bush that highly adapts to different environments. This species can become an invasive plant, which refers into the community structure. This can lower the biodiversity. The second species of plant that I found was Tupinambo. The main characteristic of this plant is that its flowers attract pollinators and its roots are edible. It can adapt to any soil and weather and help ecosystems bring diversity. The characteristics of this other type of plant is that it's a short or a small tree. This plant is toxic and can grow in different habitats. Being toxic helps these plants to protect from herbivores. This type of plant main characteristic is their yellow flowers. These plants can adapt and grow in many habitats. Its flowers attract pollinators and help other plants grow, keeping biodiversity strong. This species is a small plant with little flowers. It can adapt easily to many environments. This plant helps with biodiversity and has been used in traditional medicine. This was a very interesting find, which was a hole in the ground with no end, which I predict the presence of a burrowing animal. One interesting key takeaway from the trip was realizing how the weather can change in a short distance. Also, something interesting was the adaptability that the plants have in the ecosystem. This made me see the ecosystems as a more dynamic than I thought. To keep exploring biology, I would love to do more hikes in different ecosystems. Thank you for seeing the video. I hope you enjoy.